Holy shit, we're back with another video. I'm super thrown right now. The Jag that I just caught is fucked and I had to return it. I got my bread back. That's the only thing I really care about. I crashed my Mustang. My Jag gets fucked. Nigga, the nigga that sold it to me This is my fault though. I didn't check for the check engine light like a dumbass. No check engine light came on. Like, you know when you turn the car on, all the lights supposed to come on, then you actually turn the car on. No light's supposed to come on, you know what I'm saying? If nothing's wrong with the car. Then, the nigga had fake tags, fake inspection, all types of shit. If he didn't give you my money back, I would have sued his ass. But he gave me my cool little 3 bands back. 3 bands and some change. Not worried. Finna get another car tomorrow. Either a truck, Ford Fusion, or a Nissan Maxima. Those are the 3 options. I'm super thrown because life is like going like down a little bit, and it's gonna come up. So I'm not that mad because I know it's gonna come back up. But yeah, I'm gonna react to this Tommy G video. Tommy G has been going crazy. He's very consistent. I'm trying to be like him with the consistency. So
have you noticed that immigration in the last 2 or 3 years has picked up dramatically?
Speaking about on the border immigration smuggling, bro, in Texas, these niggas be paying you 10 bands per person you smuggle over the border. Nigga, that shit is free bread. I know niggas that do that and that haven't got caught. It's free bread. But once you get caught and like you don't snitch, you're going down. But if you snitch, like if you know the big criminal groups that are doing it, you're good. I mean, you're not good. Because then they're gonna put you in more jail time. But if you're like third party doing it, they're just gonna give you like some probation or something if you got a clean record. So, but yeah, shit goes crazy on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy G, and today we're taking a deep dive into the world of coyotes, immigrants, and human smuggling.
I wonder if they're in Texas with this. They're in Miami.
This country's coming down, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that.
How long do you see yourself doing this?
All my life.
All his life. Fuck no. Nigga. That's like a 3-month thing.
So it looks like people just got caught crossing the border. They don't eres.
In today's story, we have 3 main characters: illegal immigrants, human smugglers, and U.S. government. Immigrants are sacrificing everything to come to this country to escape oppression and dire economic circumstances back home.
The authorities are now bracing for up to 10,000 migrants a day.
More than 26,000 migrants in just 72 hours.
Crisis is being used a lot when describing what is happening on the border now.
The human smugglers see an opportunity to make thousands and thousands of dollars while evading law enforcement in America.
Let's say you move like 5 to San Antonio from here. That's like a couple of 25, 30,000.
And the U.S. government is pulling out all the stops to keep these illegal immigrants out of this country, including buoys filled with saws, a militarized border, and heavy punishments for people involved in the smuggling. We get to talk to each of these characters involved in this story, boots on the ground, on the Texas and Mexico border. Let's begin.
So, if Tommy G could find the smugglers, why can't the police find them? What resources does Tommy G have that he can get like FBI information out of these niggas and not snitch? Like, what the fuck?
I picked the software engineering program because they pay very well. It's a fast-paced industry. The boot camping allowed me.
That the United States government is not doing. That's the real question.
Today we're diving into one of the most important topics we've covered yet on the channel. The story of human smuggling, illegal immigration, and the human desire for a better life. We're going to cover both sides of the issue, the damage and impact illegal immigration immigration has on communities and countries, but also the human side of the desire just to improve your outcome in life. We're going to be talking to human smugglers, coyotes, and immigrants that are making the death-defying journey to America. We'll see you on the border.
What are coyotes?
So what is it like seeing these walls be constructed in your town?
Surprising, bro. Like, you live here your whole life without this fence being here, and then like shit's getting a little more serious around here.
This looks like a holding station for when they're getting processed. There's probably 15, 20, maybe even 30 law enforcement vehicles.
How does he even go about getting the contacts? Like, do these niggas just reach out to him? And then, like, he filters it out?
Here.
We're in Texas, and they brought a whole lot of Florida state troopers out here.
So they're calling backup.
Yeah, the whole city's like, Florida, what the hell are they doing here? But it's just that bad, bro.
You guys can only film in that area. It's very simple.
Were there any signs? I didn't see. So we're here on the border. There's just another round of people being, it looks like, actively deported. There's buses right here. We don't know how close to the situation we can get. Some of these people made it from Honduras, Colombia, Venezuela, and now they're getting sent home. These guys got caught on the border and they're getting sent back.
They crossed on the backside, yeah.
You make it all the way to the edge of America and this is what you encounter. Look, someone's jacket is stuck from trying to, someone's sweater is stuck from trying to get through this. Crazy. Imagine your mom wearing that and getting stuck in barbed wire. Did you see Governor Abbott? He just put saw blades in the buoys.
Yeah, that shit already killed 2 people, bro. That's f***ed up, bro.
What is it like for people living in these type of towns?
It get a little scary for people, bro. Like, you really will see like crowds of them walking through neighborhoods here. Your grandma could be walking outside and like, oh shit, like be in fear. Like, these people could just rush in my house, like, cause they're thirsty, hungry, want money, want to steal my car, want to do.
Does that ever happen?
Out in ranches, bro, they be stealing trucks, bro. Like, keys are on there, they'll steal that shit, cause like they got no option. You feel me?
This man right here has been with us for some of the sketchiest shit we've done on the channel. We got raided by Mexican police last time I met you. You alright?
Holy
Are we rolling?
bro, we might end up in the fucking ditch just so they could just like have no paperwork, no problems, no holy.
So we're gonna go talk to some smugglers. Are you nervous at all?
I'm straight, bro. We'll be good.
I'm gonna put a shirt on and we're gonna go. You put heads here. It's like 110 degrees outside.
That's why we got the AC. So if not, they will not survive. They'll die. I'll give them water and the shower shit.
Where are a lot of these people coming from? Like, is there a specific country? Honduras?
Deep down Mexico, from everywhere, all kinds of people.
Everyone that goes over the border, does the cartel kind of have their hands in it in some way?
Yeah, kind of. They have lawyers.
Doing business with the cartel?
Yeah, but I mean, they'll pay us if you f*** around and, you know.
The cartel is like the last group on earth I think I'd want to be stuck in a room with if they don't like me, you know? People make it all the way from Honduras.
The cartel is fucking crazy. Like, they have no regard for human life.
And then they're here. What's
like,
the next step of the journey?
Their own family members just for status.
How do you make
like,
it past the
checkpoint?
Sometimes they'll try to teach them how to say, like, oh, you're a citizen, or
there's no loyalty, it's just business.
Real quick, like, it's easier when it rains, like, you know? When it's like pouring, well, it can't be outside, right? Like, so when it rains is the best time.
So what is that like? You're sitting at the checkpoint, waiting for someone to look at your car. What is going through your head?
Great shot.
Like by yourself, you just said that you're gonna go shopping or something. So you just cross, they're like farther than the checkpoint.
They take like a path in the nature trail or something, and you go through the checkpoint alone?
Yeah.
How many people at a time is safe to do?
You can cross as many as you want. 15.
No, bro, one of my niggas was doing this in the Dodge Charger. The way he got caught, he didn't do no jail time though, because he had a clean record. But the way he got caught, they had sent him to go pick up people, and they had snitched on themselves just to make the route less hot, if that makes sense. Like, these niggas get caught, so the police want them to think that that route is like closed off, but now them niggas got caught in that route, so now the route is green. You see what I'm saying? Like, they can go down that route. You know what I'm saying? So they be snitching on some niggas just to make the route, like, the route that was hot, less hot. You get me? I don't know if I explained that right, but yeah. But he ain't doing no jail time. And then another way you can get caught is if your car looks heavier than what it's supposed to. Like, if you have good-ass suspension and your car doesn't dip down heavy, you should be good. Because niggas really don't check your car like that if you don't look suspicious. Like, if you're a white female, you're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fit the part, you're good. But if you look like you're doing something, they're gonna, like, search your whole car.
I smell some shit.
They take shifts, they open windows.
What do I know about this? Whoa, where are the switches at? Whoa, where are the switches? Did I miss one? Oh yeah, no switches. Yeah, they're lacking.
How long does the journey usually take for people? What are the risks involved with doing this? I heard a story of a guy who was driving a 18-wheeler with like 100 people in it and didn't get paid. So he just pieced out, left the people in the van. Like, tell me a crazy story that has happened while doing this.
Shit.
Like a risk.
Imagine smuggling 100 people and they don't pay you. What the fuck? I'm parking the van and I'm hopping out the hell. Holy shit. 100 people? Nigga, that payday would have been like close to $250,000, I think. I'm doing my math
Situation
right.
you got into while doing this?
One time I was in my car, I was getting chased by two patrols. I got away from them, so I just bumped them.
Coyotes, human smugglers have a bad reputation. What do you think about that?
They don't care what they say. Being part of, they're getting a better life, which they don't want out of it.
How much does it cost someone to make the journey over?
Sure, they are getting a better life.
How lucrative is a profession for people in your shoes, for the coyotes?
Let's say you move like 5 to San Antonio from here. That's like a couple of 25, 30,000. In a night, like just one day.
How old were you guys when you started all this?
I was like 16, 17.
I think you started on one of these, but the crazy shit.
But if you're making 30 bands, 20, let's just say you're making 20 bands a trip. Bro, after you make 100 bands, bro, get out. No more. No more. Invest that money into real estate. Turn the dirty money clean. Niggas just be too stuck in the game.
That's gone down while you've been doing this.
Get out the game.
They're telling me that we got like 30 minutes to and I was down. I mean, we don't have nothing to do. If they're telling me I'm taking them out, and then I got back, I come back, and the police is in the house.
Your spidey sense told you.
You got a job. That's half of your life.
How long do you see yourself doing this?
All my life.
All your life.
It's easier. All you have to do is simply, you know, to get your hands dirty.
How do you tell your parents what you do for money? Like, what do they know about this?
They know. It's kind of hard to hide it.
What does your mom say about it?
Be careful, you know, like, careful who you hang out with and shit. Trying to get killed, trying to get jail.
The governor recently started making these buoys that have saw blades in them. So people that are crossing the river can get cut up, they can die. What do you guys think about that?
These people don't go with this call.
Like, you have to basically rub shoulders with the cartel to do this job.
Let's say we have a group here, and we bring somebody to send them. Instead of sending them where they're supposed to, they take them somewhere else and extort them for more money. That's when the cartel gets involved, because, you know, you're filling up their money. Let's say I send you driving a car with 6 to Houston, and you don't make it, you get caught. The cartel's gonna get mad, they're gonna go after you.
Will they get you in America?
It doesn't matter. They're everywhere.
Do you think immigration should be illegal? Do you think we should just have open borders where anyone can come in?
No.
Have you noticed that immigration in the last 2 or 3 years has picked up dramatically?
Every 12 that shit's skyrocketed.
Really?
He made us a lot of money. We can't act like this country is all that perfect. This country's coming down, and I'm pretty sure you're aware of that.
What do we do to make America a better place?
We organize the government.
If some of these guys are trying to get all the way to Chicago...
That's the point, though. They want the government to crash. The whole point is because niggas is getting too comfortable in their jobs, right? Right? They're thinking the employer needs them, when really the government, people higher up, they want to change that. After COVID, niggas started quitting their job, stimulus checks. Bro, the government wants to change the mindset to where the worker needs to work and not the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So Biden's in office fucking shit up and inviting more immigrants in here. So more like Americans lose their job. And yeah, it's just gonna be like the poor and the rich. It's not gonna be like no more middle class. They're just trying to get rid of it. And once the government crashes, or like, you know, the economy starts to fail, like niggas start begging for jobs, oh yeah, then they got you.
How many trips or how many different people do they have to link up with to get there?
As soon as they get to San Antonio, we try to have the family come down. And, you know,
Any final thoughts before we head out?
y'all be safe, don't do some dumb shit. God bless America. Yeah.
These niggas need a
Rule number
mentor,
3,
bro.
you can't get rich slow.
If they in the
When I owned
game,
100 houses, I made about $10,000 a month of tax-free income, 100 grand a year.
As we stopped to get gas, we noticed Border Patrol also getting gas too. We decided to try and talk to them. This is what happened.
In the last 2 or 3 years, the border has been in crisis. Is that accurate to say?
It has.
Where do you notice most of the people coming from? Is it a particular country or region, or is it all over the place?
It's all over the place. You know, I've seen Cuban, Venezuelans, more Mexican nationals, Russians. That was the first time I came to stop one. The other today, they were like, "Oh, I'm Russian." Well, no.
A lot of times, these people, their families are working hard to give them money to come over here, and they view this as the land of opportunity. Do you think their mind changes once they get here, or do they believe, or once they cross the border, it's like this is the American dream?
I truly believe that they think that once they cross here, they're free. And they are, because they do get to stay here. But ever since Title 42 came in, it's like some get sent back. And
what's Title 42?
Title 42 just means the Mexican nationals, Hondurans, and if I'm not mistaken, Venezuelans getting sent back, deported. Before that Title 42 came into effect, they were all to stay here. You will get a piece of paper once the immigrant will get processed and say,
whoa, what the fuck? So these niggas fight to keep you off the border, out of like this country, right? And then once you get here, they're like, oh yeah, you can stay. Like you fought through the trials and tribulations, like you beat the boss level, like you're good. You got past the buoys, you completed all levels, like you're in the promised land now. Well, America's so backwards.
Here's a paper, you gotta go to court, you're free to stay.
And you guys seen a lot of action right now.
Oh yeah, we just had to...
I'm not saying this to shout out to the immigrants, you know? Shout out to the people fighting for a better life. I'm just saying, like, the American system is pretty fucked.
The other day of stolen vehicle for smuggling. I don't know if you guys heard about the Kia Boys.
I did the documentary on the Kia Boys.
Did you? Well, Kia Boys are essentially stealing Kias, bringing them down here, load up, take off.
I don't know anything about the Kia Boys you were talking about.
Tommy, appreciate it, man.
Have a good night.
Absolutely, man.
On Kia Boys. Holy shit.
So far on this channel, we've done a great job of getting the outlaw side of the story. But I think it is important to include the law enforcement side, because there's a yin-yang to every single story. I think we have to give some understanding to what they see and go through every single day. You think that's Border Patrol?
Yeah, that's what they are. See, these are all troopers, bro.
Look, there's some buoys over there. These are the legendary buoys that are talked about. Do we see any saws?
Yeah, right. Dude, that's what they are right here, bro. This is a saw, bro. Dude, that shit is hella sharp, too.
So you are literally traveling hundreds of miles to
Wait,
get
how do
here.
niggas get cut by that saw, though? Like, can't you just, like, swim under that saw? Or am I tripping? I think I gotta do some research about that. Or, like, jump over them, you know?
American dream, and this is what you encounter. A gift from the state of Texas. We're gonna do our research on the saws. Here's a voiceover on why they're here.
What we stumbled upon were the controversial Rio Grande buoys that Texas Governor Greg Abbott put into the river. These buoys have saw blades that can cut and maim the immigrants as they cross the Rio Grande River. Many call this practice cruel and inhumane.
To me, it seems inhumane.
But you were not supposed to go past that trooper that's there.
I didn't see any signs, and I didn't know.
Where's your car? Get in and please leave.
I was told that this area is open to the public now. The orders may have changed.
For sure.
So he's going to get the clarification from the higher ups. If it is open, you guys are welcome to film. Good? Okay.
Are people right there?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, people just got caught. So it looks like people just got caught crossing the border. ¿De dónde eres? Venezuela.
I'm from Colombia.
Okay. ¿Por qué sales tu país a venir aquí?
Venimos pidiendo ayuda.
¿Qué tipo de problemas tenían allá?
En mi caso, la guerrilla, los baracos,
¿Mucho narcotráfico allá? Sí. ¿Los costó dinero?
No, nada, venimos con lo poco que tenemos.
¿Cuántas semanas o meses tardaron para llegar?
Un mes, por ahí más o menos.
¿Qué ha ocurrido con él? ¿Él no puede ver?
Sí, él sí ve, pero tiene problemas. Me quitaron el reloj, me quitaron lo poquito de dinero que traía.
¿Quién robarte?
México nos quitó.
Over and over again from the immigrants, we heard that the hardest part of their journey was dealing with the Mexican police who were beating them and robbing them at every turn. And by far the scariest thing about getting deported back to Mexico was the idea of having to escape and evade the Mexican police again.
¿De dónde eres?
Venezuela. Colombia.
Ecuador. Hondureños nosotros.
Colombia.
Colombia. Si puedes hacer el viaje a América, ¿qué quieres hacer?
Yeah, like, in Mexico, the police is just like a fucking cartel, low-key. Them niggas get paid off by the cartel. Like, America's backwards, but a whole bunch of other countries are even more backwards. You know? Just want to move to Greenland. Everybody's chill. No, I mean Iceland. My bad. Everybody's chill. It's good weather. Good vibes. People may be a little racist there, but I don't go fuck. I don't go fuck. It's good vibes. Or Egypt.
Con tu vida.
Que nos den seguridad y trabajo.
Escucha sobre los buoys con los saws.
Pues ajá, lo vemos riesgoso.
As soon as the passive income starts rolling in, I'm out. Oh God.
Pero más riesgoso es perder la vida y primero que todo hay que lanzarnos a la suerte, primero es nuestra vida.
¿Tienes familia que fue contigo en el viaje que no están aquí ahora?
Yo vine sola. Todos solos y nos hemos encontrado y para venir hasta acá nos hemos ayudado uno con los otros.
Ahora estamos en la frontera americana y hay la policía aquí. ¿Qué piensas va a ocurrir ahora?
Ellos nos dijeron que no podíamos cruzar porque sería ilegal, pero nos dijeron que esperáramos aquí, que migración llegaba a las 6 de la mañana, que podíamos dormir aquí porque allá es peligroso y aquí estábamos seguros.
¿Necesita más agua?
Sí, por favor. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Dios le bendiga.
¿Cómo fue el viaje como la calor?
Súper terrible. Agua, todo el camino hidratándonos con agua.
¿Qué quieres tu vida hacer?
Tener la vida de ilusión, de amenazas que teníamos en nuestro país, de violencia.
Por todo tu viaje, ¿fue difícil para tu ver?
Fue difícil.
¿Tu ayuda el todo el viaje?
Sí, yo le ayudé al camino, yo me lo encontré en el camino y lo venía ayudando yo a él.
¿Eres amigos mejores o fue extraños?
¿Qué hondo estaba el río? ¿Estaba bien hondo en unas partes?
En algunas partes sí, mucha corriente. Ayudaron a una señora.
These people got some real heart, bro. Not gonna lie. And this really makes you think like how made you have it to like live in America. Even though like it's fucked up shit going on here, like there's way more fucked up shit going on around the world. You know, like publicized fucked up shit. Like they may be experimenting on us like fucking lab rats. You know, putting Red 40 in our food, adding soy to make all of us like lower testosterone and shit to further their agenda. I don't know, for like one race, one gender and shit. But as far as violence goes, we're pretty solid. Besides like racism, George Floyd, situations like that with the police and everything. Besides that, we're pretty solid. There's other places like way less dangerous than the United States though. I think Iceland is one of them. I'm not gonna lie. Iceland, I think Canada, Switzerland.
Señora que estaba pasando con una niña, pero no tuvimos que devolver porque no pudimos.
Para allá van bastantes familias, como unas 6, 7 familias. Por ahí hay una señora embarazada.
Vamos a Walmart y vamos a volver, okay? It is unbelievable what some people go through in an effort to have a good life. If this isn't a f***ing reminder of what to appreciate in your own life, I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, just a fence can the whole world of difference.
Okay, wearing all this bling, that's the obvious sign of the trans.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me about $2,700 in semi-passive income. And here's the thing, I don't own it and I don't pay any rent. I haven't even put a single penny into this property.
No, tranquilo, gracias.
¿Qué puedes decir sobre la bestia?
Bastante peligroso para aquí. Nosotros venimos atravesando 4 trenes.
Durante el día, muy calor.
Mucho sol.
La
sí,
noche,
mucho calor.
muy frío. ¿Qué es el problema con Venezuela y cómo puede Venezuela edificar más fuerte y seguro para la gente ahí?
Cuando empezó la crisis en Venezuela, decidimos emigrar porque no teníamos comida, no teníamos agua, la luz se nos iba a cada rato. O sea, ya Venezuela no era un país como para vivir. Muchas personas se han muerto de hambre. Cuando comenzó la crisis, todo desapareció. Toda la comida desapareció.
Cuando salió COVID se cerró todo en el país.
Antes del COVID ya todo estaba cerrado.
Things are rough right now in Venezuela. They have a leader now, President Maduro, that arguably stole the election and is still in power. The US government does not like President Maduro, so they implemented harsh trade restrictions that have negatively impacted the Venezuelan economy. Inflation went up nearly 2,000% in just 2022. Basic necessities are scarce and the price to buy them is astronomical. Things are really tough right now in Venezuela.
¿Cuántos años tienes?
26.
Deseo que el mundo pueda encontrar paz y ser sin violencia. ¿Qué mensaje tienes a la gente?
Nosotros los migrantes tenemos un Dios poderoso que sabemos que nos va a ayudar. Para adelante.
Muchas gracias y buena suerte.
Igual, Dios le bendiga.
Thank you.
Yo sí tengo un problema político, tengo un cargo muy alto en mi país. Cuando tú sirves a alguien, pues sirves, ¿no? Pero cuando dejas de servir, te desechan como cualquier basura. Ustedes saben que mataron recién al candidato a la presidencia del Ecuador, Fernando Villavicencio. En la parte política estamos corriendo peligro. Mi país fue gobernado por Correa, por el presidente Rafael Correa. Ahora está la línea del partido de él también punteando para ganar nuevamente.
¿Qué grupo político estás parte de?
Yo formaba parte de Pachacuti, la parte indígena, el movimiento indígena más grande del país.
¿Qué piensas sobre estos con las partes de que cortar?
Mal por ese presidente, mal por esa persona que está gobernando, porque no solamente vengo yo, hay muchísimos, cientos de personas en las terminales. Yo compraba mis snacks para mí, pero tuve que dejarlos en el camino. Pero había niños que lloraban del hambre. Yo les daba mi comida, les daba mi agua, les daba lo que yo podía, les daba mi dinero. O sea, yo tuve una posición más y un poquito más para poder avanzar. No pagué coyote.
Mataron a mi mamá, a mi abuela, que traigo los recortes, necesito que me ayude. Yo tengo un hermano que está aquí en Miami, pero yo quiero que Diosito me ayude, me ayuden, por favor.
Hermano, deseo el mejor para tú y lo siento.
I think it's very powerful for people to watch these types of videos because it really helps you like see different people's perspectives on where they come from. Because you know, like growing up, you may think one way, and then like say when like the work shortage was going on with the union and non-union work, they had non-union niggas that were mainly immigrants doing doing contract work but getting paid way less because they just wanted to work for their families to provide, right? And that made union people had to lower their wages, and then which made them lower the other people's wages even more. So I say all this to say that the union got mad because of immigrants or whatever, but you gotta know where people are coming from. Like, yeah, they can't come in this country because like they're not from here or whatever. We have immigration laws, but it's still good to understand where people are coming from and what they're trying to do to provide, because at the end of the day, everybody's just trying to provide for their families and their dreams and what they truly want, you know? Like, we can't just be turning our backs on each other. We have to, like, help each other, you know? Because we're all human. Just because we're on speak different languages on different land, like, we're all human at the end of the day. And I think would be very powerful. Like, you all just,
Sobre tu situación y los problemas
stuck
en tu
together.
país y con todo de mi corazón que cosas
like, don't look, like, acknowledge people's differences, but don't judge people off their differences, you know? In some cases, like, I don't know.
Tan mejor para todo. Eres valeroso, fuerte, like.
Bueno, ya nos vamos a ir, pues muchas gracias.
Bendigas.
Which most people don't, because they have one-sided views, one-sided perspective. That's why it's good for if you have the ability to get a passport and travel, like save like $1,000 and just travel to, like, I don't know, someplace in the middle of somewhere you've never even thought about going. Just see how the people live, you know? It'll open your mind. Because a lot of people are
Americans,
close-minded.
let this be a reminder to never bitch about anything again. Anything I have to complain about absolutely pales in comparison to the story we just heard today. We're living a life that people will literally die to have.
Facts.
I hope this story puts it in perspective for us. Our gratitude for this country, how we feel about this country. Let this be encouragement to you and motivation to you. To whatever you do, work very hard. Whether you're a bricklayer, or a plumber, or a coder, an engineer, professor, whatever it is, like, do your part. We'll see you guys next week.
That's straight facts from Tommy G. I'm glad he's making these videos. Like, this is real news at the end of the day. Like, this is real deal shit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're...
Alright. Leave a like, subscribe, comment.